What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am, and I know I'm having a great day mainly because my car is not at the bottom of a river on purpose. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Somewhere out there is a man that somehow made it into life far enough to buy a car, only to decide that driving it into a lake was the best way to refill its radiator. I don't know why you would want to total your own car, but hey, to each their own. The headline in specific that I'm talking about: man sinks his car into Yakima River to fill up radiator with water. You know, this guy definitely might be a tool in the shed, but it's not the sharpest one, that's for sure, and I figured we could talk about it, so without further ado, let's get into it.
Get quiet now, lay low when you reach zone, piping down, make it out, stack the bread, 'cause you're
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make this clear. I'm not making fun of this guy for not knowing a lot about cars, alright? I don't think that I could necessarily fix most car problems by myself. I can fix a flat, I can tell if something's broken, that's about the extent of my knowledge. That being said, I don't think it takes an expert on a car to realize that refilling the radiator isn't done by driving it into a lake. Like, I don't think ever in the history of the world have I heard somebody go, "Yep, had to go treat my car like a submarine and put it at the bottom of a lake to get it working again. You know how it is, gotta do that once a year." Like, how does this even come into your mind as a way to get this done? Emergency crews responded Tuesday to an SUV that drivers spotted submerged in the Yakima River, but the Yakima County Sheriff's Office said the driver claims he did it intentionally. Listen, this has got to be one or two things. Either this guy is so stupid that he genuinely thought that driving his car into a river was a good idea, which, you know, is pretty embarrassing on itself, or this guy is so dumb that, like, he managed to accidentally drive his car into a river, and then when the police came to help, he decided to own it and be like, nah, I did it on purpose. Which also makes no sense to me. Like, obviously, we've had situations before where people have accidentally driven their cars into oceans and rivers. Yeah, I don't really understand how it happens, but it does happen. But purposely doing it is a whole new level of stupid. Like, if you were trying to embarrass yourself less by saying you did it on purpose, you achieved the exact opposite. I don't think anyone's gonna take you more seriously because you intentionally ruined your car by parking it in the river. If anything, that's gonna get you a little bit more made fun of. You know what I mean? Did he not tell anyone what he was up to? Like, he didn't tell anybody, oh, I'm gonna go refill the radiator by putting it in the river? Because I feel like if there was more than one person involved at this, at any point along this, it simply wouldn't have happened. Like, if anyone with a brain would have been there, I just don't feel like this happens, you know what I mean? And if this was multiple people putting their brains together and deciding that this was the best idea, well, then, you know, I just feel like they're part of that percentage of the people that are an NPC. Like, we've got to just accept the fact that at least 3% of the population probably doesn't have a brain, and this has got to be some of those people. Dude, do you imagine the emergency crews, like, they get out there, you know, they're getting prepped. There might be a body in this car. We're not quite sure what could be down there. So just be careful, guys. There's a car in there. And they go, there's no bodies in there. They're like, huh, that's weird. It looks like somebody almost drove this into the river on purpose. There's just like a dude kind of hiding behind a tree. The cops, what are you doing? Oh, yeah, that's my car. Ooh, this is awkward. Don't know how to tell y'all this, but, I did it on purpose. You drove your car into the river on purpose. Yeah, you know, I just, figured that it was time to refill the radiator. At about 11 a.m., callers said that they saw a blue Suburban in the water of the Yakima River near Century Landing in the gap south of Yakima and Union Gap. Sheriff's deputies responded and found the vehicle in the water and the owner nearby. According to the YCSO, the owner of the vehicle told them that he had replaced the thermostat in the vehicle and needed to fill the radiator with water. Alright, man, so you replaced the thermostat in the vehicle, which means you knew enough about cars to put a new part in, but you didn't know enough about cars to realize that they don't really work that well underwater once you kind of flooded the engine. Dude, you could have brought a water bottle and filled it up, you could have brought like a cup and filled it up, you could have brought a gas tank and filled it up with water from the river. Why did you just decide to put the whole car in? Like, you didn't have anything in your house that carries water from one point to another. It's not even like you could be like, oh, okay, fine, my house doesn't have water. That's cool. Go buy a water bottle. Like, go find something to contain the water so you can dump it into the radiator. It might take a few trips, sure, but it's better than just going into the river. I feel like this is the ultimate way of being lazy, dude. Like, you know you're lazy if you're just trying to vibe, you know, you're doing your own thing. And it's too much work to take multiple trips to the river to fill up your car's radiator. That's too much. So you might as well just drive it on in. Like, that's too lazy. I promise you that the amount of time that you probably would have saved by, like, just doing it the normal way, you know, going, filling it up with a water bottle, taking a couple trips, definitely would have cost you more time, right? No one's denying that. But it's definitely going to cost you less money. Like, the amount of time that you're going to have to work at a job now to earn the amount of money that you used to buy the car is way, way more than the time it would have taken to take a couple trips with a bottle of water. It's about your opportunity cost, dude. Now you're gonna have to work for like 6 years to be able to pay off this car because the insurance ain't covering it, bro. I'm sure it cost money to get it towed out of the lake. Like, now you're literally in the hole on a car that's basically useless. Hey, but he did change the thermostat, though. Like, maybe that'll be the Craigslist listing. Recently put in bottom of river, but has new thermostat. And then he'll list it for, like, full Kelly Blue Book value. For some reason, people selling cars on Craigslist are usually delusional. I could see this guy still thinking that, like, it being underwater somehow made it rarer and it was now a collector's item. We will start the bidding at $800 million. Deputies say the driver told them he intentionally drove the SUV into the water so he could get water into the radiator. The vehicle has been towed back out of the river. Well, I will give him this. He definitely did get water in the radiator, probably a lot more than he bargained for, but the goal technically was achieved. Like, if we look on paper, and I mean very, very on paper, then he did get his job done for the day. Like, it was on his to-do list. The wife said, fill up the car's radiator. And he was like, all right, I'll get it done. She comes home pissed. Why the hell is the car flooded? It doesn't work. Did you put it in the river? Yeah, but the radiator is full, honey. Okay, so I don't want to hear about it anymore because the fact that I got it done is something. After they tow it out of the river, like, what do they do with it? Do they just leave it there? You know, they give you the keys, good luck, and then they just walk away? Like, do they take it back home for you at least, you know? Or do they literally just are kind of like, you were dumb, so here's the keys, have fun. Either way, I'm going to say that this guy's not feeling like the sharpest tool in the shed today, and I can't necessarily say that I blame him for feeling that way, dude. I'm sure the sun will still come out tomorrow. There definitely will be a better day ahead, because I don't really know how you could have a worse moment than driving your car into a river on purpose to try to fix it. But hey, man, if for some reason you're watching this, you at least know it's going to get better, because it can't get worse than this. But yeah, moral of the story, do not drive your car into a river. If you don't know how to fix a radiator or fill it up, take it to a mechanic. It's better than having to buy a new car. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for the video. I know this was a shorter one. I just thought it was a silly little story to talk about, so I figured I would. As y'all know, this channel's kind of where I talk about goofy things. If you enjoyed, though, I would really appreciate you taking a second to press the like button. Let me know in the comments section down below what you thought of the video. And, of course, subscribe if you're new. Turn on those notifications. I would appreciate it. If you really want to help out the channel, a link to the intro songs down below. Use code Scrubae at the G Fuel checkout, or check out my podcast, The Scuffed Cast, down there, too. Or if you take a look at your screen now, you will see the coolest merch ever that will also be found in the description. But yeah, on that note, big thank you to all the members here on this channel. That'll do it. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.